Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you play a song by George Jones called White Lightning. And it starts out on an A major chord. And when you play A major, first finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the B string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then on the verse, actually, we're just going to get to stay on that A major for a long time. And then we end up with kind of a big hit on it, where we take the right hand and just kind of do it down on the strings and kind of kill it. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a song like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A and just did that a lot. We'd have down, down, up, down, up, 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 A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down. And at the end of the verse, we'd have a big down and kind of a kill it. Right after that, we're going to be going to our chorus part. Now, in our chorus, we start on an E major chord. And when you play E major, first finger is going to go to the G string on the first fret, second finger is going to go A string on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the E major chord, we're going to go to a D major chord. And when you play D major, first finger is going to go to G string on the second fret, second finger on the high E on the second fret, and third finger on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that'll get your clearest sound out of that, and that's called D major, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the D major, we're going to be going to the A major and doing another one of those hits where we kind of do it down and kind of kill it with the right hand. So we try that chorus part with our strum pattern. We have E, down, up, down, up, D, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, kill it, bottoms in. And our solo is actually following a 12-bar blues form with those three chords that we're talking about, A, D, and E. So we tried that with our strum pattern. We have our A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, E, down, down, up, down, B, down, 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 up, A, down, 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 A, down, down. Now, one other weird thing, though, is kind of in the tradition of Johnny Cash, I think, and Folsom Prison Blues. The way that George is actually kind of playing this song is actually with a capo on the first fret. So instead of starting on an A major, he's really starting on a B flat major. So if you want to play along with the recording, you take capo, and if you put a capo over your entire first fret, then now your A major is really a B flat major, your D major is really an E flat major, and your E major is really an F major chord. So we're going to try that from the very, very beginning. And actually there's this really cool lick that you can kind of add in from the very beginning. It's open E, second fret on low E, and then fourth fret on low E. And I'm kind of thinking about that relative to the capo. So that 0, 2, 4, and then we go open A, and then kind of play open E, and then 2, 4, and then kind of start that over again. So that could be a cool way to kick off the tune, is that 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 2, 4, or you might want to use that into a lead-in into that A major for our verse. So on our verse, we got our A, down, up, down, up, A, down, 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 down, up, down, up, big A. And then from there, we're going to our chorus part. So we got our E, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A. And then we kind of be going into our bridge part, or the second part of our chorus, where we got D, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A, da, da. And then we kind of go back to that intro part, and when that intro comes back, you might want to use that lick. Get into that part, and then we kind of go into our solo part. So on our solo, we got our A, down, up, because from there we'd be going into our verse again. One other verse option is to kind of do your down, down, up on your A, and then switch to the E major, which kind of is how the lick kind of implies the chords. So if you're going to try that, this can be a little tricky. You've got A, down, up, E, down, up, A, down, down, up, E, down, up, A, 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 down, up, E, down, up, and then you have your big hit on the A. And then we've got our chorus again. So we got our E, down, down, up, down, E, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, and kind of kill it. And then we could even go back to that intro lick again, that 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0. Or you could just kind of do that with the strumming, which is the A, down, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, something else I would think about kind of adding into the tune too is bass notes. And for instance, like what you could do is kind of take that first down that we're doing, and instead of doing it as a strum across all the chords, you could do it as a bass note. So if you did the A string with the A bass and then did your down, up, down, up, A with an A bass, down, up, down, 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 you can kind of simulate playing with a bass player. And on your D major, you'd have your D string for your bass. So D with a D bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down, D with a D bass, down, down. And when you get your E major, you've got your low E string for your bass. So E with the low E bass, down, down, E with the low E bass, down, down, E with the low E bass, down, down. So we tried that. We'd have our verse with the A bass, down, down, A with an 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 A bass, down, down, A, kill it. And then we're kind of going into our chorus part. So we got our E with the low E bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, A, kill it. If we tried that with our solo, then we have our A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, or whoa. So we tried that with our solo, we'd have our A bass, down, up, down, up, A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, D with the D bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, A with an A bass, down, down, E with the low E bass, down. Different solo options. Now one other thing is that since this is kind of an A blues is what we're thinking of, a lot of times for the solo part you may want to try adding in lead guitar stuff with an A minor pentatonic. The weird thing is with the capo, actually we would end up taking that over one more fret. So what a pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale, and actually what we'll end up playing, if you're not doing this with the capo, you're actually playing an A minor pentatonic scale, so kind of working an A blues. So you start low E on the 5th fret, and then you got 8th fret for a C note on that same string, A string on the 5th for a D note, and then 7th fret for a E note, and then 5th fret on the D string for a G note, and then 7th fret on the D string for an A note, and then 5th fret on the G for a C note, and then 7th fret on the G for a D note, 5th fret on the E for a E note, 8th fret for a G note, and on high E you got an A note on the 5th fret on the high E, and then 8th fret on the high E is a C note. So you're playing A, C, D, E, G, those 5 notes, but then repeated A, C, D, E, G, and then A, C at the top. So for the solo, you may want to experiment with using that. So there are a lot of like really cool licks you could do with that. You can do hammer-ons through that, where you kind of play the first note and let the other finger kind of hammer on. Or you could do pull-offs, kind of playing the one side and kind of letting that fall off to the finger on the back side. Or you can slides where you play 5th and kind of slide it over to right. We got 5/8 slide, 5/7 slide, 5/7 slide, 5/7 slide, 5/8 slide, 5/8 slide. Or you can do down slides. If you just want to experiment with some of the lead guitar stuff, you know, some of those licks. as technical things and think about them as like little things to say. And then kind of try and make up words with it. And that would kind of work if we were doing it with an A. Like I said, if you're playing that with the recording, what you would do, like if we had the capo on first fret, then you'd actually end up taking that whole pattern over one fret. So we'd be going 6 to 8 to kind of start it. And we'd actually call that a B flat minor pentatonic scale. And you'd be playing B flats, D flats, E flats, Fs, and then A flats and B flats. So that might be something else you want to kind of play around with the tune too. But that's the basics of how you can play White Lightning by George Jones. So good luck!